Okay, now we come to the second question which I asked, and that was, what's the biggest lesson that you've learned? And with that, there's been a huge number of varying replies, and it's kind of difficult for me to really see. If with some of them, the replies for number two, there it highlights some issues like discipline, um, trading plans, and to develop a trading plan is a long process and would take more than just a handful of videos. And I feel that that's perhaps not for these initial videos. We will look to get to a trading plan and how to develop your own at perhaps another stage. I do feel almost that's quite a considerable amount of work to cover development of a trading plan. But there's a lot of things like not over trading, placing stops, letting the market come to them. Patience. A lot of them is patience and discipline. Um, that's a good one from Morgan. Take your wins and take your losses and move on. That's a good bit of advice there. Um, yeah, that's another good one. Niche. I'm not sure if that's short for anything. Being foolishly impulsive at the wrong times. That's a very common one. Um, Sorry, the market will still be here tomorrow. That's one I was looking to point out, which is a good point. If you don't find a trade today, don't force a trade. The market will be there tomorrow, and things will be different tomorrow. So you don't have to trade every day, every single minute. There's some good advice here actually. When your stop says it's going wrong and it's time to leave, get out. It's better to be out with your shirt intact rather than be left with just your buttons. So yeah, there's some good. In fact, I'd probably recommend that some of you guys actually read some of the replies of others. I hope you have, because there's sort of little pearls of wisdom in the answers to number two. But there does seem to be some of the problems that are sort of, not that question sort of really was designed to highlight problems, but what it has highlighted is it it has noted that some of it is to do with discipline and placing stops and what have you. And there's another one mentioning discipline there, and over trading and being emotionless, discipline, and technical initiative combined. Technical initiative combined. It's a difficult thing, but I aim. Perhaps we should do one on discipline, how to managing that, and sort of understanding what discipline is and how that would work. It's probably a difficult video to do, and probably not one that you would want initially, I don't think. I think one of the other ones that were probably more highlighted with number three. But certainly let me know, because each of these videos I'll put in each of their own threads on the blog, so then you can comment on each section. So basically what I would like you guys to do in terms of this video for my question number two is to have a look at what others have placed for number two. You get, there's a fair bit of wisdom being imparted. There's over 70 odd people here explaining some of the issues that they've had and some of the things that they've learned. And just look through number two, their answers to number two, and then it'll be interesting to see what you guys would then see out of all that what could be, what we could glean from that, what video could we make from that. Is there anything there other than one on discipline perhaps, and uh, trading plans? But as I said, you know, trading plans are very difficult. No, that is probably a bit too intense for something like this initially. Yeah, you know, it's and talking to discipline, probably wouldn't want to do one of those just yet. You know, I want to get more into sort of the meat of what some of the problems are with what you're having. But it would be good if all of you and more, I would look at number 2, the questions, people's replies to number 2, and seeing if you can extrapolate anything from those, and see then if you could then reply in the blog thread of this video. Excuse me. To see if we can sort of narrow down what it is that you believe I should be making a video of in terms of, say, questions 2. So if you could just go back and look at the replies to this posting here, my own video trading course, and it's free, and look at people's replies to number 2, question number 2, and see if you've, once, it'll be good for you because it'll allow you to understand some of the pearls of wisdom that are really being imparted there, some good advice, and see if there's anything there that you believe that should actually form part of the free course. So I'd recommend you do that now. Okay guys.